Hello there, internet. How do you like my Rocky 4 outfit? Very cool, huh? This is what I wear for running out in the snow out there. Um, it's nice and warm. Remember, safety first. So today, I wanna like straighten out this floor here. There's some shit down here. Like the floor is like uneven, so I will be either just kicking it or like raking and crashing it with my hammer, and just so I can like move around here, because there's some like, I don't know. This is not good for training, you know. I will also be talking about what was that? A subscriber asked me about running, right? So whenever you do something, I'm not much of an expert, but I did like training for like 15 years now, like different kinds of training. So I have like pretty good idea what works for me, right? And like when you do something, you shouldn't be thinking about just doing something because someone tells you it's good that way. You are the best personal trainer for yourself, right? Because you know best what feels right for your body, right? So, what I mean by that, we all have some kind of limitations and stuff, and different starting field as when it comes down to our like physical fitness, right? So, if you talk about running, some of us can just start running on day one, and they are able, endurance-wise, to keep running for like 20 minutes, right? Some of us are not. And it's not just if you're obese, malnourished, or whatever, you missing a leg or something. We all have different stuff to work with, right? So what I would recommend, just do it, right? And pay attention to your body while you're doing it, right? If you feel like you're gonna pass out and have a heart attack, stop. It's as simple as that, right? And over time, if you push yourself hard enough, right, you have to be like responsible with it, right? If I just run 10 steps and stop, I'm not gonna get anything from it, right? So choose a pace. This will take like some time and effort. You have to do trials on yourself, right? Test your limits at first, so you know what you can work with, right? Yeah, right. Then, where's my, hang on. Right, so the question in the comments was if I think it's good to run for 5 minutes and then do 5 minutes walk. That might be too easy for you or too hard, right? You never know, you just have to try. What I would recommend is take it easy at first and then start like amping it up day by day. If you do like short intervals, and I don't mean that HIIT training, right? I mean just 5 minutes, right? Just casual. If you do it like that, you can slowly upscale every day, right? But if you go at it and do an hour first day, and you've never done it before, you might end up being exhausted, so you can't do it the next day and maybe even a week after, right? Your muscles in your legs will be sore, right? So I would suggest doing whatever fits your like timetable, right? We all have our obligations, right? Depending on your occupation, your like family, right? There's things that take your time, right, of the day, and there are some things like you can limit, right? It's about like preference, right? The more time you have for training, the better, right? For like obvious reasons, right? Like if you want to be good at something, you have to do it, right? The more time you put in, the better. But under no circumstance should you limit like the important things, like sleep, right? I'm not saying you need 8 hours sleep a day, but whatever gives you enough rest, right? Like if you're used to sleeping like 6 hours a day and that keeps you going, you don't feel sleepy and tired, right? Then 6 hours it is, right? If you would take 1 hour from sleep in order to just exercise, right? Then like over long period of time that could like get you injured, right? Cause some like health issues. You have to be like, what I'm saying, never like do something at the cost of your health. Simple as that, right? So if you wanna run, just run, right? Don't think about like 5 minutes. 5 minutes is ideal, right? They say it on the internet, right? Just whatever feels right for you, right? If you gonna like, if you do like short periods of running, right? And don't do like whole like if you would start and do like 2 hour sessions of you running, then resting, and then running again, you're gonna completely destroy yourself if you're not used to it, right? If you're like playing soccer or something, right, doing like practice, that's pretty much the same thing, because like soccer is like 90 minutes and it's just that you run for a short period of time, then you're just walking around, right? So you're used to it, so you can do that, right? But if you've never done it before, and you will do day one 2 hours, because that's what a lot of people do. They're like hyped up about like getting in shape, and so they just go with it. Oh, that's just gonna like discourage you, because like that's how it works for me, right? I always work out and stuff, and then I take time off, right? Like I get too much into video games again, right? So I don't go to the gym for like 3 months, right? And then when I go at it, because I have the experience and the knowledge, right? I completely destroy myself, and then like 2 weeks after, I can't move my arms or legs or whatever I hit, right? So you can't do anything, right? When you're exhausted, you could, but then you end up injuring yourself. So it's about being efficient, right? If you wanna run for health benefits, whatever it is, like losing weight, I would recommend doing the easiest way possible, right? If your goal is just weight loss, right? There's different goals. If your goal is just to do weight loss, then do something that's comfortable for you to do in like longer periods of time, right? For me, that's the stationary bike. I could go for like an hour on the stationary bike, right? And it doesn't destroy me, right? So the time I put in, it burns so much fucking calories and stuff and energy, even at a low pace that allows me to go for an hour straight, right? That in the long run, right, I end up losing the most weight that way, right? But I never really cared about my appearance, right? Like, I'm not one of those guys that will like starve themselves to just to have a six pack, right? If your goal, like me, is just health, hang on, I need to get this thing out. There's like a pipe sticking out. I can't pull it out. Yeah. There's a rebar stuck in the ground. And what I'm doing, I'm just slightly tapping it on the, like from the sides to just like wiggle it out. Yeah, whenever you're doing something, think, right? Be smart. It's cold. It's cold to grip. Alright, so what was I saying? Right, so running. Just do it, right? Don't get too overconfident and do too much. See what your body allows you to do and keep doing that. If you do it every single day, you're gonna see daily improvements. If your goal is like, for me, my goal is the overall functionality of the body. So, my running, I run on like hard terrain, like uneven terrain. So that way, every time I step, the angle is a little bit different. So that works the ankles and the knees, right? The joints. So that way I don't end up twisting my ankle when I move too fast, right? I'm taking it responsibly, right? Whenever you're doing something, don't be reckless, right? See what your capacity is and be careful. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I hope that answers the running questions. And now I'm just gonna even this thing out. All of this is just dirt, right? So just gonna like soften it up a little. I could just use a pickaxe, but whatever. I think I over prepared for this. This is very soft. I was thinking I would really need to pound it, right? Which is like good exercise for boxing. Right? We all saw the Rocky movies when the dude Sylvester Stallone is like hitting like metal with a sledgehammer. Right? Okay. Right? I think that works your whole body, right? The explosive movements. I'm gonna be doing something like that. I need to get like a big tire from like a tractor or something heavy, and that way when I get something like that I can like flip it, right, for mobility training and strength, and I can just leave it on the ground and pound it with the sledgehammer and try to be explosive, use my whole body for the movement, right? And that way it works on all your muscles, like the back, legs, everything, right? And explosive movement like this will allow me to punch harder, move faster, you know? So that's very important, I think. And overall makes you healthier, like not just for the fighting, right? But whatever it is you need to do, like in your occupation or whatever, right? You need to lift something heavy. Being strong is a good way to prevent injury, right? We see it all the time. Like people, especially men, right? Pull a disc on their like spine, right? Because they try to lift something heavy and they've never lifted anything like that before. I wish I had one of those like construction, like the thing that like pounds the ground. I used to work with those. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, but you know, just stomp on these and it will be fine. What I wanna get here is like an even floor so I can like move, you know? Because like as many of you have like said in the comments, the footwork is shit. I can't do footwork on this. And with the mattress, it's not good yet, but sometime next week we'll get a heavy bag. I'm going all out on this. Like right now I'm taking it easy, but that's, like I'm saying, this is just like the beginning. So you need to be responsible what you're doing. I could spend like 4 hours in here, right, exercising, but then I'd probably be in a coma for like 2 weeks. And you make your own opinion. Like, what do you think is better? Going all out for 1 day and then having to rest for like 2 or 3 weeks, or going at it 10 minutes a day every single day? What do you think is better? Right? None of my opinions are based by science. What is it is a trend nowadays. When anyone is doing any sport, they try to make it efficient according to science. I say fuck all that bullshit. Right? Just do what feels natural to you. And that way you're gonna get the most out of it. It's also good for mental, keeping the motivation up, right? If you enjoy doing something, you're more likely to stick with it. This is a good workout. I'm taking a day off today from boxing, but I think this counts as some kind of training as well. Right? Just having a good time here. I'm responding to the running question in this video instead of just doing a comment, because there's too much information, right? When you ask a question, you need to make it direct if you want to get a direct answer. I'm not saying you're dumb or something, right? We've all been there, but yeah, there's a limit of how much you can type to make it comprehensive. If I just put walls of text on you, I might just end up confusing you. And like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just a silly gamer who's disappointed at the state of social media. So I'm giving it a go myself. See if I can make a difference. Okay, so I think this is much better, right? It looks better. Nice and even. So I can just put everything back. Yeah, safety. Yeah, that's very important. When you're doing something, don't be reckless. Be safe. You know? Okay. Okay. So now I'll just put everything back. I will attach this thing to the wall. Right now it's being held by these beams here, right? So it's good enough, right? But I will grab some wire and strap it real tight to the wall so it doesn't move at all. For the punching, I don't think that's very good for training, right? That's why we use heavy bags, right? Because it's moving. It's not a straight terrain, right? The surface, it's round. So you need to actually aim your punches good at it, right? So that's like good for training. But like this will serve my specific purpose, right? What I wanna focus on first is just your mobility, right? And strength and endurance, right? So for that it's good. I will grab a set of dumbbells. I have multiple sets of dumbbells here. And like one of you suggested, just grabbing it and like punching, right? So just very light in each hand and just go with that. Because that's good exercise for that. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. And we'll see. This all looks much better now. There's plenty of room. I will get like all these cobwebs, right? And stuff over time. I plan on like renovating this whole barn over like this coming year, right? Once the winter is gone. So this will be very beautiful. I will put some like exercise machines in here. I will build my own. Because like I have some like ideas. I don't think the stuff in the gyms is like very effective. Well, it is for like, you know, growing, right? But who gives a fuck about that? Right? Like looking good. Just wanna like function. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, that's like quarter of the barn is like ready. Yeah, this is better. It's still not perfect, but yeah, it's much better. Yeah, I can like move and stuff. Yeah, okay. So this was a little bit different. I hope I answered your like running question, right? You might think it's simple, it's not. Like answering a question like that. But you just have to do it, man. Let me know. Try and let me know. We need more like information, right? Like when you answer a question, you need to say, I weigh this and this, I have like this and this like problem with my joints or something, right? And I plan on doing this. Is it okay? Right? It's difficult. Anyway, stay safe, keep working hard, internet, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.